Morning everybody, it is 8 AM, it is Wednesday, the 7th of December, that's correct, and it is Vlogmas Day 7. So today I've got quite a lot on work-wise, which won't be particularly interesting for you, so I won't show most of that. I do have to go for a run shortly, so I'm about to test the Havens Irish Organic Porridge Oats, which came through the post the other day. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to test that as my breakfast, so I'll have that and then give it an hour or so to go down, maybe go out for a run about 9ish. This weekend I'm actually in London, so I won't be releasing my Vlogmas entries in real time, although one will go live each day, because that would be completely impractical to do so. It's my birthday next week, so I'm going away for the weekend, and obviously you'll find all about that next week. Probably Monday, I guess, or possibly even maybe I release it on my actual birthday. Hello! So today's not started quite as planned. Last time you heard from me, it was about 8 AM-ish, I think. I was preparing to have some breakfast, going to give it some time to go out down, and I was going to go out for a run. Since then, I've managed to jump into work and got pretty stuck doing a bunch of stuff. That's good, because it means a lot of it is done and out of the way, but bad because it means it's now 10:15, still not been for a run. I do have my running gear on, so I am in the moments of trying to get ready to go out, and I have started this month really well. I've 30-ish kilometers already after 5 days of the month, and I did about 110 or so last month, can't quite remember, and so I'm 25% of the way through the month, give or take. So if I finished the day at 40-ish, that would suggest that pro rata I'd be doing north of 150 kilometers this month, which would be a good month. Still here, that's half an hour or so along since the last time I said that I was getting ready to go. Not gone yet. Just at the post, another Christmas card turned up for someone who doesn't live here. Different name to yesterday. So how long ago must it have been since the last time they spoke? I am back. After all the faffing about, actually getting out to do the run. I've been out and done just over 16 kilometres, which is 10 miles. I've also set my personal best during my training for a 15-kilometre run and for a 10-mile run. I am aching, I feel a little bit sick, to be honest, pushed myself a little bit too hard. Tried to mix the route up a bit, and there was a lot more hills than I'd experienced before, so the fact that my speed was there is obviously really good, but I'm going to be feeling this for a few days. Come back from my run, I'm in my office. On the floor, the apprentice is slacking. But more so, my new apprentice is sleeping. On the coat to all places as well. Literally couldn't give a monkey's. Look at him. I'm all good. Just finished watching an incredible documentary called Marathon, the Patriots Day bombing, about the Boston Marathon bombings in 2013. Proper choked me up. It was such an emotional representation of everything that kind of happened from the atrocities itself right through to the capture and the sentencing of those who were responsible, following the families who were affected both directly and indirectly. If you get a chance to watch it, I absolutely recommend that you do, but be prepared. It had me on the edge, not just because I'm a runner, just because I'm a human being, and it was such a well put together documentary by HBO, done with the kind of sensitivity that you'd expect of something like that, but at the same time, it was pretty graphic. Bad things happened, but absolutely, if you find some time in the coming weeks, take some time out and sit back and watch it. It will really give you a great appreciation for when times are hard and you feel like you can't really do more than you are. You can. There's people out there who have suffered and struggled through, and they're making the best of a shitty situation. Hey, so just out now walking the dog. It's that time of day. Just following up on my comments kind of just now off the back of that movie about the Boston Marathon bombings. I'm in quite a reflective mood, so now seems an appropriate time to do it. Obviously, we're in the time of year now where those who have lost people perhaps feel more down than they would normally because everybody's happy and smiley and having a great time, and there's a lot of people out there, of course, that aren't for various reasons, and obviously your heart goes out to those who can't kind of enjoy the Christmas period. And someone asked me on Twitter the other day, what I looked forward to the most at Christmas, what really summed Christmas up for me, and
I gave an honest answer, but it was a kind of generic answer, I guess. I had some time off work and some food and, you know, time with friends and family and a few beers, that sort of thing. But to be honest, Christmas for me, I guess, is like my version of Thanksgiving, because it's kind of the time where I take stock and appreciate what I've got. There was a time where I was quite negative, and I'd really be kind of looking at what I didn't have or what I no longer had. That changed me quite a few years ago because, well, for one, it's not a particularly positive attitude to really progress with anyway, but for two, I think if you spend so much time dwelling on what's done, then you're not really appreciating what you have. And I mean, I'm just looking then at that marathon program. That there's obviously a lot of people there who they've lost a lot. They've lost people. They've lost limbs. They've lost just so much. And one of the main reasons I run marathons and the other stupid things I do is to raise money for charities and things that are close to my heart. I don't tend to do these silly things for no reason. This will be my third marathon. The first one I ran for SANS, which is for those who lose children in the process of giving birth. Charity close to my heart. Lost my sister in that way many years ago. And I ran the next marathon I did for the East Anglian Children's Hospice. At the moment I'm running for Prostate Cancer UK. I lost my grandfather after a lengthy battle last year, and I can't really do a great deal about that now, but I can help those who are fighting and who are trying to fight by raising a bit of cash and obviously representing them at a time where perhaps they can't. It's a tough one, I think, because you don't want to be forgetting about what you've lost. I mean, I could be really down and miserable about things. This will be my 32nd year since I lost my mum, so a lot of Christmases I've never had. The same for my sister. I've lost both my grandfathers. This year I lost my mother-in-law. I don't want to be so blasé about it to say that's life, but in most instances it kind of is, you know. Unfortunately, you have to take the rough with the smooth, and I think the character is shown when it's how you deal with these kind of things. It's not about forgetting, it's not about constantly remembering, it's about making sure that you represent yourself in the best that you can. And sometimes the drive that I have for me is that I always want to do better than what I did yesterday. I almost want to do more than what I'd already done. But deep down it's because I want to achieve all the things that I think I deserve, and I want to do it for those who didn't get a chance to see me do it. And I've achieved a lot, you know. I'm a humble person. I don't brag about what I've got or what I've done, but I've achieved a lot. But I have a drive. I mean, I haven't had a mother figure on the scene for the majority of my life. That's a harsh thing to deal with. If I was being kind of out of the box a little bit about it, I actually had her around for less time than I've not had her around, and so to a certain extent I don't really appreciate what I've not got. But then you see everybody at Christmas with their moms and their dads and whatnot, and you know, it's tough. It is tough, but I think I'm a stronger person as a result of the things that have happened to me, and you know, that's by design. You know, I've made myself that way. I don't like to get down too much if I can help it. Sometimes it's difficult. You know, when anniversaries and things comes around, and you should take a moment to reflect and kind of appreciate what you have, and again, you know, not what you've lost, but you know, what you had. And Christmas is an appropriate time to do, I think, because it's a time where you should naturally be feeling happier, I guess, anyway. You know, it's a time for celebration, and I'm not a religious person, so if anybody of you are, you know, watching and you are religious, that I'm not trying to detract from that in any way, but obviously it is my own beliefs. And I just think that at this time of year, a little bit of kind of positivity, you know, is great because it lifts those who perhaps are struggling, but just take a chance to kind of appreciate what you do have. You know, the dog that's currently off meandering around the fields, you know, he's a family member basically, and I appreciate him being there because he keeps me company every day. So yeah, you know, if I was going to leave you some thoughts of the day, just from my own personal experience, you know, it's that time of year. If you're estranged from any family members, maybe reach out, text message, email, Christmas card, just to say hello. You know, sometimes it's the bravest thing to do, to reach out when no one really wants to, for the sake of just saying hello. You don't really appreciate what you've got until you don't have it anymore. And yeah, if you're going out with your friends and stuff, you know, in the coming weeks for Christmas parties, or, you know, just to have some drinks, just, you know, remember those days, enjoy yourselves, appreciate what you have. I'll see you tomorrow.